Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road 100, where today we are very in a strange, precarious sort of position. So at the beginning of this run, we were chugging right along, doing all kinds of things as normal. We were running through blockables and unblockable attacks and seeing how to defend against certain attacks from all the bosses, and then I was sick, and then I was on vacation, and then the channel drama was going on of getting the channel deleted, and now the channel's not deleted, and I'm back from vacation, and I'm not sick for the most part, and so it's just been very, very odd and strange here for the past, from last episode to this episode. And so if you are kind of coming into this halfway or joining here relatively recently, I'm not going to catch you up on everything, but just know that this run has kind of been dismantled, and so there has been quite a few requests for strength builds. So I think we'll finish out this entire 74 stars with strength builds, and we'll see what a lot of those can look like and how they can look. And so today we are going to be running Demeter here in the Ashen Cavern, and we have all the things. So we have the Inferno Blade, and the chrome on the Inferno Blade is kind of dependent to what you want to do. You can go with the Intensified for a higher scaling value. You can go for the Devour version, which gets you a base 50% increase to your drain rating. You can go for raw damage from the non-modified, non-transformed blade itself. If you go for the fortified, then you will be too heavy for moving around, so you will be normal mobility, which is not really that great. And you can go for the 20% increase to the element chrome version. So I'm going to go for the slow blade, just because of the fact that most of these enemies are pretty quick, and especially the Gilded Hunter is pretty quick. So if we can slow him down by any random chance, that will be much appreciated. So as we get into it here, we have a 20% increase to our weapon damage, followed up by a 50% increase to our, basically a 50% increase, because we'll get 635, and that is more than half of our damage already. And then we will get a 20% increase to all of our damage, whether it be light, dark, or our gifts. So that is great to have here in Swift Destruction. And then we have Slash Ice, which is an odd gift, that it is a dark value, but it is based off of the mind stat. And so for requirements, and then we have Ice Barrage for some fairly quick retaliation, also a willpower gift. So both of these are dark, but this one has a light or a mind requirement. Then weapon damage, basically extra increase to our Ichor recovery. That's why we have regular Mia here along the way as well, so we can make sure that we have blood-sucking blades along with the regular hunting feast. Excuse me. And then we have increased our gift speeds here, then cognitive zeal just for more ability all around to light and dark, and Ichor recovery and using gift prowess, and then gift extension just because it's good. So as we get along here, you'll notice that we have plenty of stamina pretty much all the time as we generate these fights here with the Lost as we go through. Now the Gilded Hunter will definitely be a little bit of a challenge for us, just because of the fact that I have been super rusty here along the way, and I have not played Vein in a considerable amount of time actually to think about what is going on and what are the movesets and timings and blah blah blah. And so you can tell that there will be some learning curve here yet again, and you can see that already we don't even really need any kind of strength business just because of, or we don't need any kind of real gift business here along the way, simply because of the fact that we have an incredible amount of strength ability that we have built in here. And let's see if we can, nope, hit this guy. Nope. Nope. There we go. And so since we do have quite a bit of, since we do have quite a bit of increase to our damage, simply because of the fact that we are going for slash damage here, and these enemies are very weak to slash damage, we are very, very, very capable here to destroy them very, very quickly, and use some pretty powerful attacks here as we go along, and getting a couple of backstabs here will definitely be helpful. Now you can notice that we do kill the enemies pretty much before they actually get to a point of retaliation, or before the slow actually takes effect. So it's kind of interesting that way. Oops. That there's no real super benefit here to our abilities, because of the fact that you know, we don't really have too much problem here with you know, any of the enemies, but we aren't really getting any kind of super benefit from the slow chrome that we are getting here on our blade. But it is nice to have an extra, you know, kind of ability here along the way, as we you know, generate some of these fights out of thin air, and it becomes ever increasingly difficult with how to engage with these enemies here. Oops. Okay. Okay. This guy is definitely killing us. Thank you, Mia. Okay, so you can see that we have a pretty good amount of damage overall. It just becomes the problem when we kind of get a little bit into a corner here, and we cannot react quickly enough to any of the enemies. Then things tend to go south pretty quick. So you'll notice here in the invasion, let's just go ahead and rest, as it is a good point in the area here to just recover all of our ichor and health and recovery and everything. So let's go for this enemy first, and then we will go for the gunner shortly after. And you can see that we can dispatch these enemies fairly quick, and we can we can make them very, very fast kills if we need to. And same with these fellas, that they only take a couple of hits here, because everything here is weak to slash damage. So, and specifically ice slash for the purple and red ladies. And so it's very, 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 very good for us that we are able to do their weakness with this kind of a setup here, while at the same time being able to have a very, 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 very good amount of ichor recovery here, while being able to stay alive and have pretty decent damage overall, with pretty good ichor recovery. No real problems here with the amount of damage that we're able to put out, and that is all because of the strength amount of damage that we're able to put out. So it's very, very, very nice that we can do this amount of damage while at the same time being able to, you know, engage with these enemies regardless of what they are going on about. Okay, let's see here. Okay. I feel like there's enemies here that we cannot see, and in fact there are. Okay, And you can see during the invasion how Aurora Flash is absolutely incredible for us here. Ouch. Thank you, Mia. Okay, let's launch this thing. Oh, we're dead. Okay. So you can see that if we are able to apply our damage effectively and quickly, we are able to definitely take down all these enemies very, very, very quickly in short, rapid succession. So let's just ignore them for now. It's kind of a waste of time here. And then we will skit, scat, and skadoodle over to our invasion attempt again. And it shouldn't be too many attempts here just because of the fact that we are able to very, very quickly and easily dispatch of each of these sorts of enemies here, because we are playing directly into their weakness, which is kind of strange that you can play in that sort of way to ruin these enemies very, very, very quickly with a one-handed build like this. Okay, and while at the same time being a strength build, you have pretty amazing mobility that you can run around and everything, and get I-Core very reliably, and you can also have a constant weapon damage chaining with your one-handed sword here, which is typically pretty rare to be able to have these one-handed swords, you know, or to place the one-handed swords into your build in order to generate a very, very good strength setup, while at the same time having incredible damage. So it's really, really nice that we get to do that and have the slow ability here kind of stacked on to the side just as an extra added bonus. Oh boy. Okay, they're throwing daggers and all kinds of things. Get the extension going. Okay, and this enemy needs to be dispatched immediately. Mia, please don't die. Okay, Mia's getting hammered. She is inhibited, so that is, whoa, super bad. Oh, she's not inhibited now. That's great. Okay. Alright. Mia, please hang in there. Okay, here comes Spinathon. Okay. And there goes Mia, and I'm getting beat up by the iframes here. Whoops. Okay, need to heal, and we need to get behind cover here. Okay, and that attack move is extra annoying because it is always all kinds of delayed. Okay, great, and we were able to kill both the last two enemies in one hit, so we do not have to face the hunter in black, which is excellent. So you can see 2 attempts there to do the invasion, and we absolutely have the ability to move in and out of combat very, 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 very reliably, while at the same time having enough damage to sustain the onslaught that is coming our way. And you can see that because we do have the ability here to get I-Core back while at the same while at the same time having a significant amount of damage that is possible. We are capable of you know, keeping ourselves fully up to snuff here. No problems at all with how we go about engaging with these different enemies and such. There is, you know, obviously the problem that we have to deal with of just being able to you know, get different gifts off at certain times, and we are gonna go get these. But if you have enough of the timing going and such, then you can absolutely get through here without any real problems. So now for the Gilded Hunter, we will see that we still do have a little bit of, you know, effort to put in here for sure for this fight, just because of the fact that he does take a little bit of intensity focus here. And the problem is, right, that he resists slash very, 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 very well, and that is kind of unfortunate for us. But he is weak, extra weak to ice pierce, so that is, oh, and of course he had to get that going immediately. That is unfortunate. We almost had him slowed. Oh, whoops. And you can see that we can actually survive one of his attacks there, which is pretty impressive. Oops. Mia? No, she's stuck. Okay. And the Gilded Hunter was definitely on the hunt for Mia. Okay.
Are you okay?
I guess I am. So let's try that again. And it's pretty nice that if we would have had him slowed into phase 2, that would have been a perfect, great timing for that to have happened. Okay, let's just ignore them. But unfortunately, he got super lucky there right at the very end of his debuff stage. But we're able to take a hit, which is nice. But Mia probably will die very, very quickly. So it's of no real consequence here that she is along. It is simply here for, whoops, she's simply here for, oh, ow, you know, kind of phase 1 here, just to kind of, you know, whatever. And we'll see if I can not screw this up again as badly as we did there. Okay. We gotta see if we can try and get him slowed. Nope. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Okay, and... okay, and there goes Mia. Okay. Oops, and there goes me. Okay, so you can see that even with the quick mobility here and everything, the light dark strength kind of setup all baked into one here is really, really helpful. That we are able to almost beat him before his phase 2 ends. And if we do get him slowed in phase 1, which would be really, really nice if we could, then it will go even better for us into the phase 2 business. So let's see here if we can turn that around for us here in phase 1 to make sure that we get that opportunity here to have him slowed. So you don't want to do too much damage, right? Because you want to get him slowed at exactly the right time, like right before he transitions to phase 2. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now he is slowed, and you can see that his transition is taking exceptionally long. Whoops. Oh, I can't see. Thanks, Mia. Oops. Okay. We're stuck here up against the wall, and it is pretty tough to see what's going on when the camera is like crazy on him. But it's what you get for taking such a long absence from the game. So, but this is a lot of fun. That it is very quick mobility kind of dependent here and everything, which is kind of neat that it is indeed a strength entirely based setup here, with a lot of add-ons that you can work on here to make it better. And the only reason we're going with ice here is because of the Gilded Hunter and these enemies in this area. But you can, you know, choose this for any element that you wish. And it doesn't have to be specifically ice. And we have a specific set of passives here and everything. So we make sure that we you know, keep everything up at its full potential here. So you can see that we definitely were able to, whoops, oops, he killed both of us in one move, a 3-hit combo, and we are both gone. So that is where some of the defensive abilities here, we just, you know, we can take 1, maybe 2 hits, but typically it's in the 1-hit range with the Ivory Grace here. But because we do have a little bit of blood resist, it does sort of help us in phase 2, but not entirely a huge amount. So, okay, let's go ahead and get through here now that we know everything that we need to know about him. And what we can do here is we can put on a slow cartridge so we can get more slow buildup. For example, right before he transitions and such, whoops, we can go for, man, he just won't let me get it. And you can see there the slow build-up difference. Okay. Interesting. That was pretty wild there. Whoa, he's going for me. Oh, ouch. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Thank you. Okay, and let's get a slow cartridge going here. And this should be the end immediately. Yep. So he wasn't able to stand up there at the end, and he gives an inordinately huge, amazingly large amount of haze. The 372 is like what you get for endgame bosses and stuff. Kind of crazy. But yeah, this entire setup here is pretty nice because it's quick mobility that you can keep up with the Gilded Hunter, and you can keep up with really any and all of the enemies that you're going to go up against here in the Ashen Cavern. And it really doesn't take a whole lot of understanding, because most of this is just, these are flat increases here that we bring along for ourselves. We have good stamina regeneration and stamina increase. That is the...
Keep an eye out while you're busy.
Thanks, Mia. That is the one problem here with Demeter, is the fact that you have a pretty low amount of stamina because of fortitude. But you'll notice here that even with stamina stimulant, that Ishtar has more stamina just base right off the bat. So kind of interesting there that that is actually the case. And as far as strengths go and everything, you're about on the same amount of damage overall. So if we get rid of this and then, oh, whoops, and then we look at Ishtar, you can see that it's pretty much exactly identical for what you have. It's just Ishtar typically is, remember, whatever Demeter can do, Ishtar usually does it better. But this is a fun build because Demeter definitely needs a little bit of encouragement, and this is a great way to show that off. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow in the City of the Falling Flame. Thank you guys, and we'll see you then. Bye.